the utmost organic level of creativity that you could ever imagine.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, people in the chat, Ryan, yeah, creativity. So yeah, creativity, that's the main thing it would show as in this realm.
And yep, and then on a lower level, you know, it enhances the athletic ability.
Oh, somebody, what about music? What about music?
Oh yeah, that's all in there with the organic creativity, and certain inventions, different you know, different genres of music or different musical creations, certain trends, you know, because the world follows the trends of Turtle Island. See what I'm saying? And that's dealing with the Kundalini fire, dealing with the frequency of organic creativity, innovation, and you know, being an initiator. You see what I'm saying? An initiator, you know, a pioneer. You know, fire also rules the 3 fire houses of the astrological chart, which is house 1, house 5, and house 9. And that's all about being an initiator, being a leader, you know, being a pioneer, you know, having a powerful aura, powerful pizzazz, you know, mass levels of confidence. And like I said, that can equivalent to you being some kind of inventor, innovator, you know, whether that's dealing with music, art, science, you know, athletics. That Kundalini force, it has to express itself in some way, one of those ways.
Do you practice Kundalini meditation? Have you ever gotten to that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's days where I meditate for like 2-3 hours straight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome, man. I've never gone 2-3 hours straight, man. That's all. So what is it like? Explain it to me. I want to hear firsthand. What is it like meditating for 2-3 hours straight, my brother?
When you do it, it's best to do that in the sunlight. You know, especially on sunny days out in nature. And also, it's equally as important to be alone. You want to be alone. You want to be in a natural environment. You want to do this when the sun is out. And you want to focus on yourself. You want to focus on your thoughts, your current emotions. And you also want to empty your mind of anything considered a distraction. So if anybody is trying to send negative energy towards you, I don't care who they are, you know, you want to block them out. You want to use your energy. You want to use your focus. You want to use the energy of the sun, the energy of the earth. You want to use that energy to block whatever they're trying to cast on you. You know, you use that grounding session to block all the negative frequencies out. And so the grounding session is literally you charging yourself like a battery. And you charging your aura, and your aura, it blocks off all that negative garbage.
Awesome. So you're big on grounding, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's something I just got in. I just got into grounding a couple of years ago, probably about 4 years ago. I started really getting into grounding, and I definitely think our community needs to get into that more. Definitely.
Oh yeah, because and especially if the descendants of the Washita, if they do that in mass, you better believe, you know what I'm saying, the boys in black and the boys in blue will be paying attention.
What do you think? Wow, this is an interesting show. Let me get back to this. Let me do this, family. Let me get back to this Instagram post he put up. All right, so in terms of, you know, eating animals or eating plants and it being this system of constant killing, how do you feel about us eating animals? Is that something we have always done? Because there's a big debate whether we should practice veganism or not. What are your thoughts about the higher evolved souls, the old souls, and their diet what do you think they should? Is there a particular diet an old soul should have?
The old soul is going to go through different stages of mental and spiritual evolution in their current body. And this should have started on a mass level in 2012. So from 2012 to now, they should have gone through different stages of this particular awakening of DNA evolution and spiritual evolution. So they must have felt the urges at some point to say to themselves, you know what? I don't think I'm going to eat pork anymore. It has the most parasites in it out of any other meat. So I'm just going to leave it alone. And it's extremely high in cholesterol. And you know what? I'm going to drop beef as well, because beef, even though, you know, it may taste good, but it digests the slowest in our intestines. And it's the worst clogger of our colon. And it's also known for causing our hormonal levels to be completely out of balance. So you know what? Let me get rid of beef. You know, let me get rid of seafood, because seafood has extremely high levels of mercury and parasites. And when you talk about shrimp, crab, and lobster, shrimp, crab, and lobster eat feces. Yeah. We're talking about creatures that are known for eating fecal matter of creatures in the water. So why would I want, you know what I'm saying? Why would I want a creature like that in my system? You see what I'm saying? And even the chicken. Now, I will say the original chicken was called a jungle fowl. And this information has been out for a while now. But the jungle fowl and the turkey used to be actually very nutritious and healthy to our ancestors, the original Americans. But as time went on and as the world got colonized, we had some extra gene splicing going on, and the farm animals were created. And when the farm animals were created, they mixed the jungle fowl's DNA with rat DNA, albino rat DNA, and Neanderthal DNA. So you get Neanderthal DNA, rat DNA, jungle fowl DNA, and that's your chicken. You get your albino rat, your Neanderthal DNA, and your wild boar, and you get your pink farm pig. The pink farm pig is the wild boar spliced with the albino rat, and then a piece of Neanderthal DNA. So this is why they're actually finding the chicken genome. They're actually finding chicken genes that are embedded in certain people with certain levels of Neanderthal DNA in them. Because you see what I'm saying? So the whole agenda of genetically engineering farm animals into existence is actually a form of cannibalism.
Yikes, man. Wow. Let me take a couple of questions from the family before we get out of here. We're about to pass the hour. Fam, didn't this hour go by so fast? This hour felt like 20 minutes, y'all.
Oh, heck yeah.
Wow. Oh, man. Before I get to the Q&A, RFG, what is your PayPal for those who want to support you and would like to donate to you, my brother?
PayPal, the PayPal is amoapoxia@gmail.com. And you spell that A, and then M as in Mandy, and then O, and then A, P as in Paul, OKSIA @gmail.com. And that is that's for PayPal and Zelle. I do not have a Cash App.
I just want to post this on the I'm writing it down. I just want to post it for those who want to show the brother some love. Hold up. Just want to show the brother some love for always coming on and dropping knowledge and doing the research and studying before the show and You know, the brother is putting in 3 hours of meditation. All of this is time consuming. Usually can't do stuff like this and engage in this much studying and have a normal life and a normal 9 to 5 because your life is so occupied. So for those who spend the majority of the time tapping into these higher sciences, you know, I just definitely want us to support them so that they could at least have a comfortable living and continue to tap into these higher sciences so that they could give us the information and make it easier for us to tap into who we are naturally. So yeah, PayPal and Zelle. The brother's email is on the screen. Make sure you show the brother some love. We're about to get to some questions. Real quick, before we get to the questions, is Dave in the chat? Dave. It's the brother that be coming on the live Q&A. You was just at the gathering of the masters.
Okay.
Dave, if you in the chat, let me know. Because I want to Dave did some light language thing for me, and I want to tell him, son. If Dave is in the chat, let me know. I don't know if he's in the chat. Catch him next show if he's not. But yeah, I just want, if Dave is in the chat, let me know. Shout out to Kimberly for the super chat. Kimberly always showing super chat love. So shout out to Kimberly for the super chat love. Let's get some Q&A. Yeah, he does. They want to know, do you do regressions or readings? You do readings, right?
Yeah, I do birth chart readings, and then I do general consultations. So like if you're going through anything in your life, like any kind of issues, any kind of problems that you want to, speak to somebody just to get it off your chest or to get advice, you can set up a consultation with me. Also, if you have any questions regarding the information that I put out, I can answer those questions through a scheduled consultation. I do 15 to 20 minutes. I do 30 to 45 minutes. Then I do 50 minutes to an hour.
Excellent. All right. Latasha says, when is there another gathering of the masters? My question to you, Latasha, is why didn't you come to the one that just happened, Latasha? Should have been there. It was amazing, Latasha. Why weren't you there, Latasha? Why were you not there, Latasha? Now, but I don't know, Latasha, but I just, you should have really came through, Latasha. It was absolutely amazing experience, but I don't know when the next one is going to be, Latasha. But you should have came to this one, Latasha. Should have came. Okay. Be quiet. Is Yaldabaoth and Enlil or Yahweh the same? Leave this alone.
I believe that Enlil would be the sun. So Yaldabaoth is Saturn, Chronos. Saturn, Chronos, Dogon call him Ogo. That deity's son would be Zeus or Jupiter or Thor, and the Sumerian equivalent to that, I believe, should be Enlil.
Okay. Will you be selling the DVD? No, I don't sell DVDs, but it will be on my website. So yeah, the gathering will be on my website. It'll be up there by Friday. I'll give y'all more information on that. How they want to know how to get in touch with you. How would they get in touch with you for the readings?
You can contact me on Instagram. Instagram RFG _ chosen one, the number one. That's RFG _ chosen one, the number one. Also, you can contact me through email. I have 2 different emails. One of them was the one he just put on the screen. The other one is rfg.theheretic@gmail.com. So that's
rfg.theheretic@gmail.com. Okay. Next question. Can you ask him what is expected of the ancient ones who came back in this carnation? What is expected of us, RFG?
We have to do everything in our power to work together as a unit to the best of our ability. And we have to do what we can to gain the proper resources necessary to be able to survive on this earth without the help of any corporate government. And that's just for starters.
Excellent. let's get to another question. I'm really loving this show, y'all. This is like and I'm still tired from the gathering. This show gave me some energy that I needed, man. Somebody wants. Are you familiar with medicinal astrology? Are you familiar with that?
Medicinal astrology. Now, I learned about astrocartography about about 2 years ago, but I've never heard of medicinal astrology.
Yeah, I never heard of that. That's a new one. Somebody wants to know: does fruit consumption raise your vibration?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And according to my research, fruits are what we're supposed to be eating the most. And when this world was somewhat of a utopia, when Atlantis and Lemuria were here, that's what we consumed most was fruits and liquids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fruits, nuts and grains and liquids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed. All right. RFG, what are your thoughts on catalysms and major asteroids events in our past, and what timeline are we looking at in the near or distant future?
Did you mean to say cataclysms?
Yeah, I think that's what he meant.
Okay. So, there's a chance. I mean, there's always that chance. But honestly, if it does happen, I don't think it's going to be natural. I think it's going to be planned out and orchestrated by the government. I think they're going to stage a scenario where they say multiple cities were hit with nuclear weapons, and they're going to drop bombs. The thing is, they're not going to be nuclear, and then they're going to lie and say the word nuclear to get people all riled up and fearful and in a state of panic. So, that's called a nuclear scare. So I see that happening. And then them supposedly getting the right to round people up because of that. I think that's more so the agenda. Now, like I said, there could be an asteroid that could hit anywhere on the earth at any given moment. If it happens, I don't think that anything would be capable of destroying all life on this earth, but it could happen. 50% of life could be gone. 80 to 90% can be gone.
Right. So let me ask you this. So you said earlier about the Archons not wanting to destroy their loose factory. Who's responsible, which is the Earth realm? Who's responsible for these great resets, RFG, when the great floods happen and the whole shit gets flooded out? Who's responsible for this then?
The same deities that are responsible for piloting those UFOs, those UFO crafts.
Explain that. Come on, man.
There's this has been happening for decades. UFOs love to show up over football games, soccer games. They love to show up in major war zones. The UFOs, they love to show up on farms. If there's, like I said, if there's animals being eaten, or carnivores eating herbivores, what I'm saying, you're going to see different forms of UFOs above because they're feeding off of loosh. And the reason why they show up over football games is because during a football game, the fans have a lot of powerful emotions. They really, really want their team to win. And then on the other side, the other fans, they want the other team to lose. And so there's a whole bunch of powerful emotions, powerful frequencies coming from the fans in the football stadium. And it was the same thing during the gladiatorial games, almost 2,000 years ago. UFOs appearing over that because they need the loosh. So we're going to see a lot of UFOs around mass conflict, usually mass conflict. And it was the same thing with the Predator movies. If you go back and watch the Predator movies, the Predator loved to show up when the humans were fighting, when the humans were conducting warfare. You see what I'm saying? So that's all dealing with loosh, harvesting and feeding upon those negative frequencies.
Are any of our galactic relatives, or are there old souls who are piloting these UFOs, in your opinion?
Oh, I mean, in order to be inside of one, you either have to be a so-called men in black, or you have to be, you know, one of them. You have to be a form of an extraterrestrial. Now, whether that's a draconian, whether that is a gray or an insectoid or one of the gods from Sirius, I believe it depends on the shape of the UFO. So I had a video on my Patreon little over a year ago, and I was breaking down the different shapes of the UFOs, and I was making a statement that I believe the cylinder, the UFOs that are shaped like a cylinder or shaped like a sphere, they come from Sirius, and you know, that's extremely high level, extremely, that right there is interdimensional. Those are interdimensional crafts, the cylinders and the spheres.